Wait a minute, hold it. Sign. The sign she say, Clint, you are the best. Love from the girls at New Jersey, Belle Ledgewood. Thank you. Thank you. That's very nice. They're the people who say things like, thank you for using New Jersey Belle. Say hello to Nelson Cole, right over here, in the band that never sleeps, my friend.
Wow,
hi, Nelson.
Wow.
How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Great, you look fabulous.
I'm all dressed up with someplace to go.
Someplace to go.
Yeah.
And look how gorgeous she looks. Roz Moorhead over here.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited. We found out that one of our guests, Harvey Fierstein, had never had a bar mitzvah. Now, Harvey, of course, is a wonderful playwright, a wonderful actor, a great gentleman. I'm really looking forward to talking to him, and I thought maybe as a treat, later tonight, not maybe, definitely, later tonight, we're going to give him his bar mitzvah party. That's why we have all these tables and chairs. Now, Nelson, you had a bar mitzvah.
Yes, in fact, right now I'm getting a craving for like some chopped liver, maybe a little matzo ball soup.
I think I saw backstage, there's a whole tray of food.
Yeah.
You know how I know you had a bar mitzvah?
How do you know?
Because I saw your bar mitzvah picture.
No.
We have it. Frank, let's take a look.
Oh, my mother is spelling! My mother's spelling now!
That doesn't look anything like you. That doesn't look anything like you.
I swear that is me.
That is you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Adorable, huh?
A Mike Pudge. What
Yeah.
a punum, huh?
Yeah.
Now, tell
Too
me
much
something.
chicken fat.
What is the dance that you do at a bar? There's a particular dance you do at a bar mitzvah.
The horror. No, the horror. It's the horror.
The horror.
Yeah, the horror.
The horror. The
Do you know how to do it?
I don't know how to do
Want me
it.
to show you?
Yeah.
I'll show you. You know what? I'll teach you. Let's
Okay.
see. How about again? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. What do I have to do? Okay.
Stick with your right foot.
Okay.
And right.
Oh.
Across and back.
Oh. Right. Left. Across. And back. Right. Left. Across. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. You can go back now. Thank you very much. Nelson.
That's enough. Hey, it's enough already.
Hey, that's good.
That's good. Not bad.
I got it.
Not bad. You got rhythm.
I got it. Thank you very much. Oh, please. So anyway, we look forward to it. Am I going to get to do that again at the bar mitzvah party? Okay, great. We look forward to that. We've invited this next lady to our party. Actually, Atlanta's loss is New York's gain, because since she left her starring role as Charlene in Designing Women, she has been busier than ever. While starring in a new play, she's just completed 3 feature films and 2 television movies, taking time out from her incredible schedule. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jean Smart. Georgia on my mind. Oh, boy, you heard that song a lot.
If you drag out my bar mitzvah picture, I'll kill you.
Do you have one? No, for a woman, they call it a bat mitzvah.
Yes.
Right? Correct? A bat mitzvah.
Bas mitzvah. Bas.
A bas mitzvah. You see, I've been to one of those, actually. I've never been to a bar mitzvah. I've been to a bas mitzvah. But I called it a bat mitzvah, which is why they will probably never invite me back. It's great to see you.
Thank you.
And you look lovely.
Thank you.
We had Meshack Taylor on the show.
Oh, he's great.
Isn't he wonderful? Meshack Taylor, for those of you who don't know, is the only man on Designing Women, the show that Jean was on for how many years?
5.
For 5 years. And he told me, you know, you read all the stuff about the cast, and he told me the cast had a great time.
Oh, we did.
Wonderful,
did.
yeah. So right in the midst of it all, you leave.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it wasn't really, I mean, we all signed a 5-year contract. I just didn't choose to sign on for extra seasons. I'd done 5 years, and I felt like that was...
Just enough?
Yeah. I mean, you know, you sort of become an actor because you like to do different things all the time, so doing 5 years on the same show, you know, you start to feel
I find that actually very noble, and I'm sure you didn't do it for that, but because so many people would give anything to have a series that just goes on forever, because for actors it's hard to find work.
I know. I wish I'd felt that way. I desperately wish I felt that way, but I don't.
Well, no, I'm glad you don't feel
Yeah.
that way. 'Cause
Well,
now
I
you've
mean,
gone to other
I'm
things.
having a good time. I mean, it's hard to leave a job that's that comfortable and that lucrative, you know, but I actually think that was part of the reason I left. I wanted to sort of remind myself of why I became an actor.
That's interesting. Did you start getting caught? Charlene is the name of the character you played.
Charlene, yeah.
That your character was very naive and very gullible. Did people start thinking that Jean Smart was naive and gullible?
I don't know. I mean, I actually sort of am a little bit. I mean,
Really?
I mean, my friends tease me because I'm sort of gullible, but I remember one time I felt terrible. I was sitting on an airplane and I was smoking a cigarette, and these two women were sitting in front of me and they recognized me from the show, and they were so horrified that Charlene was smoking a cigarette. I felt so terrible. I felt so guilty. Charlie smoking.
It's hard. Soap opera stars get that all the time. People think they are their character and they can't delineate, and it would frustrate me greatly.
Well, the problem is that's what it's all about. But finding that balance is difficult. I mean, obviously, that's what you want to do. You're a storyteller. You try to convince people, you know, you're telling a story, but then you want them to forget it, and you go on to your next story, and it's hard.
Okay.
You know?
Well, one wonderful thing that happened on that series, you met your husband.
Yes.
Yeah. Who's a fine actor.
Yes.
Actually, Richard Gilliland.
He's doing a play in New York now, too.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in rehearsal.
Coincidence, or did you
Coincidence, total coincidence.
that you're both in New York at the same time? How did you meet him? How did that happen?
It was the 5th episode that we shot, the very first season, and I recognized him. I mean, I'm sure I'd seen him because he had done a lot of things, and he was playing Annie's boyfriend, and I just was quite...
Annie Potts.
Yes, I was quite taken with him, and I used to sit there and watch him kissing Annie during rehearsals. Yeah. Is he a good kisser, you know? And
So?
So, I invited him into my trailer to have... Send the spider to the fly. I told him later, I said, the only reason we got together was, I said, you know, we were assigned, every week, I said, one of us would be assigned that week's guest star to just sort of make them feel at home and be friendly, which of course was a lie. But I told him that that's what I was doing.
And he bought it. So he's the naive and gullible one, isn't he?
He bought it for about 5 minutes, but...
But it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
and
a
we have a
wonderful
son,
thing.
and
Oh, that's wonderful.
we're very happy.
That's terrific. I want to talk about the new play. There's one other thing that I wanted to ask you about Designing Women. I remember a time when they were going to cancel the show, very early on. Was that, and then I heard...
Well, I don't know. They never told us that. I mean, they were moving the show around, so maybe they were considering canceling it. I don't know.
Okay, because the other story I heard was that it was all a big ploy to make people, you know, pay attention.
It might have been that, too. Who knows?
Okay, you really don't know?
No.
Okay.
No.
Let's talk about the new play.
Yeah. Oh, it's wonderful. It's a new play. It's by John Robin Bates, who has another play right now, a very successful play at Lincoln Center called The Substance of Fire. Our play is called The End of the Day, and Roger Reese, who won the Tony for Nicholas Nickleby, is playing the lead, and Nancy Marchand, who I'm sure most people recognize from the Lou Grant Show, is in it. She's brilliant.
Well, the
Ms.
play has been
Roger.
getting great reviews.
Yes. Knock on. Is there wood?
Here, right here.
But yes, we're having a good time. Thanks. It's at Playwrights Horizon. Too.
Now, what is your character?
Well, actually, everyone in the play plays two characters except for Roger, and I play his ex-wife and his future wife. His ex-wife is, well, she describes herself as a blonde Jewish American princess. Is how she describes herself.
It fit right in tonight.
And yes,
Yeah, right.
I'm just here for the free food.
Yeah, right.
And and his future wife is a sort of horsey, unattractive English heiress that he's marrying also for her money, as he married his previous wife for her money.
So do you do a kind of a Jewish accent and a British accent? Let me hear the Jewish accent. just say, so where's the food?
I'll try to think of my line. Oh, she's mad at him for dumping her, and she finally says to him, she says, okay, if I can't have you back, and I want that painting at your parents' house, you know? And she says, and if I don't get it, I'm telling you here and now, I'll tell my father and he'll have you decapitated.
Decapitated. That's good. Okay, wait a minute. Equal time. Now we have to hear the British.
Oh, let me think. I'm going to give away all my
You can
best
say, where's the
lines.
food? So, I just saw the food backstage.
Oh, she says, oh, I can't think of anything. It's too
Okay,
hard to do it on the
say it's
first
lovely
one.
to be here. Can you do that just with it? Because I love to do a British accent, you know. I don't do it well, but I love to do it. No. That's mercy applause. That's mercy applause. Okay. Also, as if you weren't busy enough, I know you have a new movie coming out with, who's the guy?
Danny Aiello.
Danny Aiello. What's it called?
It's called Mistress.
Wow. This summer.
I'm 1/3 of the title role. There are three mistresses in the movie.
Oh.
Technically, I kept saying my character was not really a mistress because she did have a job. I don't think you can be a mistress and have a job, other than
Being a mistress, which is a full-time job.
Yes.
Okay. We'll work on that. Do you know, I saw you backstage huddled with Harvey Fierstein.
Huddled, yes.
You guys were kind
Huddled.
of sitting there talking, and goes, Harvey talks like this. And then you...
Well, I'm going to remind, he does not remember what he did when he met me years ago.
Okay, you remind him when he comes out?
I'm going to remind him when he comes out here, yes.
Okay, Harvey will be out next. Harvey Fierstein. Stay tuned.
Deep within the rainforest of Indonesian Borneo, one woman waits for a glimpse of the mysterious wild orangutan. While half a world away, high above equatorial Africa, another scientist dedicates her life to gaining the elusive mountain gorilla's trust. Join them as we go in search of the great apes on the best of the National Geographic specials.
Tonight at 9 on Channel 9.
Morning breath.
As soon as I have my coffee, it's all gone.
Whether you admit it or not, it's a problem.
Okay, I have morning breath, but it doesn't bother anyone.
Don't be so sure.
Mine's not so bad.
Morning breath's not as bad as you think. It's worse. So get Scope. Its two powerful ingredients kill 90% of the bacteria that cause morning breath.
Was my morning breath really that bad?
There's no denying morning breath, so save your breath with Scope.
You know, last year, a lot of people missed New York Telephone's free call waiting hookup, like my Aunt Sophie. So this year, I'm calling her myself. Oh, well, once again, Aunt Sophie misses out. But you don't have to. Call 1-800-THE-TONE for your free call waiting hookup. See, people calling you won't get a busy signal, and you will pay a connection charge. Ooh, our first call. Yeah, that's right. We'll connect you for free while this offer lasts. No service visit. No, I can't give you Aunt Sophie's phone number. Probably wouldn't get through anyway. So, call waiting lets you take another phone call while you're on the line, so important phone calls can get through. Like when Mom has car trouble, or when the bus leaves without little Petey. So, don't miss out this year. For your free call waiting hookup, call 1-800-THE-TONE. That's 1-800-THE-TONE. And if you see Aunt Sophie, tell her. Ooh, we're all connected, New York Telephone.
What sets Champion Mortgage apart from our competitors? I think it's our well-trained employees.
I know the whole second mortgage process from start to finish, and that makes a big difference.
It's a very simple process. As a matter of fact, most customers who call can't believe how easy this process is and how fast it goes through, and what great treatment they get from everybody in the entire company.
There are a lot of people out there with credit problems that don't realize that they're really in a position where they can be helped.
When your bank says no, Champion says yes.
Welcome back. I'm here with Gene Smart. Hi, Gene Smart.
Hi.
De Niro's in that movie, too, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
The Mistress.
He was also the producer of the movie.
Oh, he produced it?
Yeah.
Did he film it in New York?
No, in Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles, because I know he's doing one in New York now. Okay. Good movie?
Yeah,
good,
very
okay.
fun. Very dark comedy about the movie industry.
Oh, I like
Funny,
stuff
though.
about the business.
Funny,
It's
yeah.
kind of fun. It's unusual when the same person writes and stars in his own Broadway show. And when that same person wins a Tony for both roles, that, ladies and gentlemen, is amazing. The play is the unforgettable Torch Song Trilogy, and the award-winning writer-director is the fiery, flamboyant Harvey Fierstein, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello. That's so sweet.
Aren't they
But
great?
wait, we have to straighten something out right away because my rabbi and my mother are going to be very upset. I was bar mitzvah.
Oh.
But such a bar mitzvah that my family tries to make believe it didn't happen. Because my grandmother, in the middle of my singing the Haftorah, faked a heart attack. As I'm singing, they come in with the ambulances and the paramedics, and they carry her out. We finally get to the party, and Sadie Noodleman,
Sadie Noodleman.
Sadie Noodleman, rest her soul, in a green, this is a 200-pound woman, about 75 years old, in a green sequin gown, got up on top of the table and started hoochie-cooching. And when they tried to get it down from the table, she started stripping a little. Such a bar mitzvah.
Gee.
We're gonna have a hard time topping that one.
Yeah, really. I don't know if we can top that tonight.
I met the cast backstage. I think you will.
Okay. Yeah.
They did remind me of home, though.
Yeah?
So it's very nice. I enjoy the show. It's very cute.
Thank you. It's
Seem
good
to have a
you.
nice time here.
We do have a nice
Very
time.
friendly.
We've been looking forward to having you here for quite some time. Now, Gene said before we went to commercial that you may not remember when you first met.
Harvey was doing Torch Song Trilogy in Los Angeles, and I was dating one of his co-stars who brought me backstage to meet the leading man. I was very impressed, very excited. I walk in, he introduces me to Harvey. Harvey grabs me, throws me down on the couch, and jumps on top of me. Not only that, he forgot. How insulting is this? No, he does this. He forgets. He forgets.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, but...
Something like this walked in. But now I'll get her. See, I let her get away with this.
What?
Now I'll get her.
What?
She doesn't remember the first time we actually met.
Oh, yeah.
I saw you in last summer at Bluefish Cove.
Oh,
Before
that's right.
that. And so we met actually
She throw you down
When are you
on
going to do that movie?
No, she
She was playing a lesbian.
I was playing a lesbian.
Really?
What was really interesting was I was playing a lesbian, and I was dating one of the guys from his...
Who was
from his
playing
play.
a gay man.
Who was playing a gay man, and we were quite an interesting couple.
Must have been very confusing, actually.
Listen, the other night I ran into Matthew Broderick and I had to introduce him at something. So I introduced him as my son, because in the play he played my son. But in the movie he played my lover. So I'm standing there going, some of you know him as my son, some of you know him as my lover. And I'm saying this is like a bad rerun of Chinatown. I love it. Very confusing. But I do have the stretch marks to prove I gave birth to him.
Okay. And we don't want to see him. You know, they do want to see him. I saw Torch Song Trilogy, an incredibly moving evening. But it was in 1982 or 3 that I saw it, right? Would be right, the play. And I honestly was not used to seeing homosexuality out there that open, you know, to see. I mean,
you don't have a door in your apartment?
I never lived in an apartment.
You never lived in an apartment.
No, I always lived in a house.
Touch him.
I never lived in a...
Well, you came from money, Clint.
Well, it was... No. My point is that obviously the play was extremely successful, but when you did it, wouldn't it be risky, both on an emotional level and on an artistic level, to take a show like that to Broadway and expect, you know, a broad cross-section of America to come see it?
I actually had been playing the role of Arnold for like 4 years at that time, so I let it move to Broadway, figuring I'd get the Broadway credit and it would close, because no one would come see it, and I could get out of the show. Because if we stayed off Broadway, we were sold out for the next 9 months. I figured we'd run forever. So I let it move to Broadway. So 3 years later, it's still running on Broadway. I'm playing it in London. I'm playing it in L.A. And so, I mean, that's just one of those fickle fingers of fate kind of thing.
Well, it's wonderful. And
no, it was. And you know, there were lots of people that didn't think there was that back room scene in it where Arnold had sex with a stranger. And a lot of people didn't think that would play on Broadway. Well, when I played it in London, you didn't need to do the rest of the play. I could have stood there having sex for 3 hours. They loved it so much. It was,
Oh, those Brits.
So you can't, it's like with television. It's like with television. You know, these crazy fakakta people in marketing make up what they think an audience wants to see in middle America. It's baloney. You show something honestly. You show gay people honestly, as real people having real lives. Audiences buy it, they love it, because they recognize it as being real and part of their life. Where did they think gay people come from? We obviously come from heterosexual families.
Right.
I mean, you know, everybody understands gay people if you're honest about it and you don't use stereotypes.
Well, speaking of stereotypes, now we watch In Living Color, okay? Now, you know, Twan and his playmate, how do you react to that?
I love it. I actually love the two of them. I think they're hysterically funny. The problem is that that's the only gay image that a lot of people get to see. There are gay people like that, and I'm not going to deny it. But there have to be other gay images because there are other kinds of gay people in this world, and that's the problem. Is the only gay images we see are ice pick murderers in Basic Instinct, or those two.
Or the guy in what was the guy in the movie Jodie Foster, the Academy Award winning
Now
movie.
that was a great example. That book, Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
That character was not gay.
Oh, really?
In the book, he wasn't gay. They added this line about him having an ex-male lover from nowhere, and to me, it was ridiculous. He didn't need to be gay. He was a transvestite that wanted to be a transsexual, which has nothing to do with being gay.
It doesn't?
No.
Oh.
85% of all transvestites are heterosexual.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Wow.
Yeah. 85%.
Okay.
So let us get our facts straight.
Yeah, really, really. On April 23rd, you're going to be on Cheers.
Yeah.
A wonderful television show.
Wonderful show.
I know you have not done a lot of sitcoms. We have a clip in the show. Do we need to set up the clip, Harvey?
Well, just tell him I am Rebecca's boyfriend from high school. We were dating in high school, and we haven't seen each other since high school graduation. And I've moved to Boston, and I'm coming to see her in the bar.
Okay.
Kirstie Alley is Rebecca.
Take a look.
This I ain't seen. Hi, I'm looking for Rebecca Howell.
No, she's over there.
Rebecca? My God, Rebecca, you're beautiful. Who'd have ever thought that you would have developed into this gorgeous creature?
No, Mark, over here.
Rebecca, you haven't changed a bit. That's cute.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So then she finds out you're gay.
Well, no, I'm openly gay, and if you ever watch the show, you know that Rebecca's a little sick. She also doesn't have very good luck with men, and she is the only one who can't figure out that I'm gay. and she actually tries to seduce me, and that's when we find out.
A wonderful scene, I'll bet.
Yeah, it's lovely, and Kirstie Alley's wonderful to work with. Rhea Perlman and I know each other for 20-something years. Rhea and Danny DeVito and I did a play together in the West Village 20 years ago, and I mean, it's a wonderful cast.
Okay, yeah, it is. It's a great show. I look forward to that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Harvey, Jean, the bar mitzvah party approaches.
Oy vey, my son is gay.
Stay there.
Are you still pushing that spreader back and forth, hoping for a thick green lawn? Relax and let Lawn Doctor deliver environment-supporting care and the rich, thick, healthy lawn you want. Now you have a choice of Lawn Doctor's time-tested, proven lawn care or their new 100% all-natural fertilization program. Lawn Doctor. Nobody does it better. Naturally.
Wow. I remember lugging around those relics. What a waste, especially when one little box can do the job of both. I'm talking about New Ultra Bold. It's the only concentrated detergent and concentrated softener in one. That's why this tiny box can get my clothes looking clean and feeling soft all in one simple step. Sure, I used to mess with a separate detergent and softener, but then I wised up.
New Ultra Bold. Clean, soft, and simple.
Cats, the #1 musical in America. The world's most thrilling theatrical event. Cats at the Winter Garden Theater. Call 239-6200 for tickets.
Drivers rate Amoco gasoline means the highest quality, and Amoco Ultimate is refined an extra step. No wonder it's as good as gold.
fast does Anbesol start to relieve toothache pain? Before you can say
Anbesol.
denture pain, before you can say
Ambisol.
relieve minor mouth pain on contact with Anbesol in regular or maximum strength.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to ask everyone to kindly take their seats. We'd like a nice round of applause for our very special guests, Bernie's Aunt Ruth and Aunt Jean, and Bernie's Uncle Clint. Thanks for coming this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Jewish tradition of many, many years, when we have a bar mitzvah boy, we have a candle-lighting ceremony. And this evening, we'd like to perform this ceremony for you. But first, it gives me great pleasure to welcome up our bar mitzvah family. So everybody, how about a nice big round of applause for Bernie's sister? Let's really hear it for Miss Jody Bernstein. Doesn't she look lovely tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to introduce to all of you our proud parents. Put your hands together for Mr. and Mrs. Mark and Judy Bernstein. Everybody, at this time, we'd like to ask everyone to please rise. Everybody up on your feet. And help me welcome up our bar mitzvah boy. Put your hands together for Mr. Harvey Fierstein. And how about a nice hand for our other bar mitzvah boy? Let's really hear it for Mr. Bernie Bernstein. Congratulations, Bernie. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone is invited to take their seats. And at this time, I'd like to turn the microphone over to Bernie.
Oh, please, no. He can thank you. To light the first candle, we will have Pop-Pop Sam and Mom Sarah. What? Oh, wait a minute. Grandma Mildred and Grandfather Irving are first.
Oh, come on. You said that you were going to still let us go first. But we're here already. That's my son. My son paid for it. That's an insult. And then we have to sit down.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Mildred and Irving are my mom's parents. I'm glad that they're here today. I'm a little worried about Grandpa, though. Grandma never lets him have anything to say.
That's what it should be. That should happen? I think she gets on top. Marsha? Well, what do you mean? She wears the pants.
That's enough.
It's a good relationship.
Bernie?
I just called him, Merv. Did you hear me? Okay. Sweetheart, for the wonderful job you did today in Temple, and for the wonderful job that Harvey did today at Temple. Your grandfather and I have a special gift of jewelry for everyone in the bar mitzvah party.
Lovely.
Judy?
Yes, Mom.
We are giving you now, not in the will, the 6-carat diamond necklace, which is in the vault.
You what?
And for my granddaughter,
Me that necklace.
Judy?
Jody.
Jody, why couldn't you name her Marilyn like I asked you to? Darling, pull your dress up. We're going to bring a smile to this beautiful face.
Good luck.
We are giving Jody, a strand of perfectly matched 9mm pearls.
And Bernie, I want to take this occasion. I just want to
Do you have the watch?
I could use
Thank
I
you.
could use that necklace.
For my grandson, a new Rolex watch. Believe me, Bernie, the theft is
$17 out
not
on the
too
street.
good
She
for
probably bought it.
alibi. Now I can tell Bernie of my feelings. I just want to tell Bernie.
enough.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Mom.
You're at our table. You don't clap.
To light the next candle, you'll have Pop-Pop Sam and Mom Sarah.
I'm not going. I want to go. Just for you. Good for you.
Pop and Mom are my dad's parents. On my birthdays, they give me pants. I think that they're really cool, and man, boy, can they dance.
I say God bless you.
My sister Jody thinks she's cool, all filled with charming boys. But if you'd cut her head open, all you'd find are boys.
Oh. Is that so wrong?
He's not gonna like that.
I got a few boys in my head. Oh, you've got more than a few, like the newspaper. Isn't that nice? Jody, you said nice. You could control your children. Lady, you have to stay them all day. That just doesn't matter.
My friend Harvey, Kenny Moose, he acts up quite a storm. His play was torch on trilogy. The prophets keep him warm. Finally, I would like to thank my parents for all that they have done.
I'll show you where my guilt is.
Today I have become a man, and I hope a wonderful son.
Never.
Last night I heard my mother say that I was the best little boy on earth. But my father said this party cost more than I am worth.
How about a nice hand for our proud parents? Didn't they do a wonderful job at this party this evening? Congratulations to the both of you. Okay, Bernie, at this time, it's your turn to light our final candle. Let's have a nice big round of applause for Bernie. Didn't Bernie and Harvey do a beautiful job today in Temple? Congratulations to the both of you. Okay, Bernie, at this time, we'd like you to blow out all the candles.
You think
At the
you
count
can
of
do
3.
it?
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, Bernie. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it gives me great pleasure to welcome up the rabbi to say the blessing over the wine. So, Rabbi, if you please.
Who does your hair, Rabbi?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that haven't met me,
You're lucky.
my name is Rabbi Howard Schulberg, Rabbi Howard Schulberg of Temple, Judea, your temple of choice in the suburbs.
Oh, you're selling bumper stickers.
Bernie is a very understanding child. Let me give you an example. The other day, Bernie asked why he was circumcised. When he understands that having the foreskin cut away may hinder his sex life.
He's 13. He's having sex.
I explained to Bernie that all this talk about hindering your sex life is a lot of rubbish. Lot of rubbish. That removing sensitive foreskin will hurt your sex life is not so.
Just do it with your teeth.
But even if it is so, it is tradition.
He's an Episcopalian.
I know that God wants it that way. And Bernie, you must understand.
I don't care who he is. Stop him
Bernie
now.
understood. And I even told him there are some women who are turned off when they see an uncircumcised.
All right, please. The blessing.
Your vision for you. I can't believe it. I heard you. Oh, my God.
Not your fault.
We're going to try to get cards now before we eat. Bernie, great plans you had. I told him he promised he would. What else do you want to know?
Let us continue with the blessing over the wine.
I don't have a glass yet, Rabbi. And he doesn't need one. Take some, splash it in his face.
You have a glass now, Judy?
Yes, I have one now. Thank you very much, Rabbi.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, borei peri haboten. Amen.
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 Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who bringest forth the fruit of the vine. Amen. L'chaim.
All right, let's get everybody up on the dance floor. Come on, it's a party. Let's dance.
for giving Harvey this great party. The show is at the 24 Carat Club in New York City. We'll be right back. I gotta go dance. Stay there.
Today's interest rates are the lowest they've been in 15 years.
You'd never know it, looking at what my monthly payments are now.
But with a second mortgage loan from Personal Mortgage Corporation, you can use the equity in your home to pay off your credit cards and other loans and save hundreds of dollars in interest.
We thought rates would ever get this low again.
We bought our house. The rates were out of sight.
Call 1-800-DIAL-PMC. Take advantage of today's low rates to cut your mortgage payments.
Just getting caught up with my bills would have made me happy.
A second mortgage can help you consolidate your bills into one smaller monthly payment.
Now I can start saving money again.
Our rates are competitive, and you'll get an answer usually within 24 hours.
We were able to save hundreds a month in payments.
Call 1-800-DIAL-PMC today and get our free answer book with complete information on second mortgage loans.
Now I can get my finances under control again.
Personal Mortgage Corporation. When it comes to second mortgages, we approve.
An allergy attack can start small. Itchy eyes, stuffy nose. But before you know it, your allergy is full grown. That's when you need Dimetapp, the allergy medicine. If it was any stronger, you'd need a prescription. Maximum strength Dimetapp Extend tabs work for 12 full hours. It's the way to relieve the congestion and sneezing of a full-grown allergy attack. Dimetapp, relief for the full-grown allergy attack.
Caesar's Bay Bazaar has bargains you've only dreamed of. Jewelry, electronics, cosmetics, sporting goods, toys, and so much more. Things you thought could only be found in your fantasies. One-stop shopping for the entire family. 500 merchants and discounts of up to 50%. To sleep through these bargains would be a nightmare. Caesar's Bay. It's shopping the easy way. Bay Parkway, Brooklyn, exit 5 off the Belt Parkway.
With call waiting from New York Telephone, important calls can get through, even when you're already on the phone.
Hold on, Harriet. I've got another call.
Mom, my car broke down. Off exit 5.
Don't worry, honey. I'll call the service station and be right there.
Right.
To order call waiting and get the connection free, call 1-800-THE-TONE. That's 1-800-THE-TONE.
Well,
you are fabulous.
Isn't she something?
You are absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, Rod.
You can come sing for me anytime.
I want to mention that Jean Smart had to leave. She was a great sport to stay for the bar mitzvah, and of course the curtain is up on end of the day.
Tell the truth, she was carried away by those bar mitzvah people. They went wild.
And she's joined the cast of Bernie's bar mitzvah. So we thank Jean. She's a great lady. It was a lot of fun. Wow. All right.
What are we up to, Clint?
I don't know. I'm still reeling from the horror of that last scene. This woman has over 20 million adoring fans. 20 million adoring fans that constantly follow her every move. She is the classy first lady of the soaps, All My Children's resident socialite, Phoebe Wallingford, the original Mrs. Citizen Kane, and our special bar mitzvah guest. She was sitting there at the table taking all that in. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ruth Warrick.
Just pose on either side of her like this. They love her.
Well,
They
I
do.
love them. They've been my friends for years and years and years.
First of all, thank you very much for being a good sport and joining us in the bar mitzvah. It was fun, wasn't it?
Who can resist it?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Who can resist it? Right.
I met Miss Warrick at Sardi's.
Yes.
You remember the night?
Oh, of course. How could I forget the night?
Yes, well, yes. We were there, several members of our show, some of our producers, my wife, and the cast of Catskills on Broadway were there. And we got to laughing and joking, and it got loud. And did you notice that?
It got boisterous, shall we say.
Boisterous,
Just
right.
a little,
And there were some people who were upset, and we almost got kicked out of Sardi's. And a newspaper article came out, and I'm leading to a question. A little article came out and talked about that evening, and what they said was it was the way New York used to be before we all got so fabulous.
Well, I was saying that, you know, I was saying to Bob Tompkins, my companion, I said, there's life back in New York again. Look at them, see them. They're beautiful, they're wonderful, they're
Boy, is that
fun,
great to hear you say that. It's great to hear you say that.
It was like the old days, and I enjoyed it very much. I would not have let them throw you out of that place over my dead body.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, I have to say that I was so thrilled. You know, to have your caricature up on the wall at Sardi's is a great honor. And I never thought it would happen, only because it's mostly theater. But as part of the Orson Welles 50th anniversary celebration at Citizen Kane, I have my caricature up on the wall at Sardi's now.
Oh, that's an honor. That's an honor. Yeah. I want to go back a bit, okay?
Yes.
You started on radio, yes? Doing soaps on radio. What was that like?
Well, I started before that. I started when I was 16 years old, when I still lived in Kansas City, Missouri, doing hitchhike commercials between West Coast broadcasts, which was something. They said I swallowed a stopwatch. But I've been doing radio all my life, and I love it. Of course, Orson did too. That was one of the
Well, that's where you met, right?
Right. No, we never did officially meet. That's an amazing story. I came to New York when I was 19 as a part of for the Chamber of Commerce of Kansas City, and of course I tore up the other ticket. I mean, to get to New York, that was what I wanted to do and be. It was theater I wanted most of all. But I did radio and some modeling, as one does. And I saw Orson Welles in the hall at CBS, and I knew the way he looked at me. He looked at me, if you know what I mean, but he didn't say anything, and I was too shy to say anything to the great genius. So we didn't really speak at all until 2 years later, when I was up in Connecticut signing a 2-year lease on a house, and I came back at 5:15, and my answering service said, "Where have you been? You had a 1:30 appointment with Orson Welles in the Waldorf Towers." I didn't know about it, and my agent didn't know about it, but I knew if he came back here to find me, there was something going to happen. I even walked. I didn't take a cab.
Hello.
And when he saw me, he said, well, he wasn't there. But then he came rushing in, and he said, "Oh, aren't you wonderful? You waited for me."
Oh, so he was even later than you. I get it.
Absolutely. I knew his habits, so I wasn't nervous about it. And he said, you know, I'm ready to shoot this picture. There's only one role that isn't cast yet. She's very important, not long role, but a very key role. She's a niece of the president. We're going to be married at the White House, and she must be a lady. And there are no ladies in Hollywood.
Whoa.
Well, I laughed, and he said, no, I'm serious. I mean, not somebody who can play a lady, somebody who is a lady. Can you come and test for it? And I did. And then you know what it was? For my mother and my grandmother, this was a great thrill, because from the time I was this high, every day I was told, now, Ruth, be a little lady. So I got into show business the way a lot of people don't, by being a lady. And I've been doing it ever since.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
That's how I got in also.
Harvey, repeat that for those of our audience who didn't hear you say that.
I said it's funny because that's how I got in also. But we have a lot in common.
Oh, yes.
And of course, you played Citizen Kane's wife in the movie, in that incredible movie. Yes. Now, there was a lot of talk of you and Mr. Welles, you and Orson Welles, being an item.
Yes.
Was that just talk, or was it true?
Depends on what level you put it. Joe Cotton really amazed me on the 50th anniversary when he said, do you know, of course, that you were the love of Orson's life? I said, of course I didn't know that. I said, why? I can't believe it. Why didn't he say something? He said, well, it was true, but he said he was shy. He was afraid to speak to you. Can you imagine? Orson Welles, who could say anything in the best voice in the world. But you know what it was. I was married, I had a little child, and I was a lady, and he was a gentleman, and we had a tremendous bonding, a tremendous feeling for each other. I dream about him now. I'm writing a book about him.
Really?
And yes, there was. And a lady did a numerology thing when I spoke about him, and she said, you are the two most incredible soulmates I have ever figured out from all the names and everything. So if we didn't meet before, we will meet again. And Orson, I'm here and you're there, but we'll get together one day. One day.
Isn't that lovely? We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. We'll talk with Ruth and Harvey in just a moment. Stay there.
Many people today might be experiencing credit problems because they're over-indebted or they have too many bills to pay. We could drastically reduce their monthly payment by having them utilize the equity in their home and qualifying them for a second mortgage loan. We could very often consolidate all their bills and cut their monthly payments in half and to a position where they'd be able to afford to make their payments each and every month on time and then reestablish their credit. When your bank says no, Champion says yes.
This is regular. This is better. This Bayer is regular, but for headaches, Anacin is better. This is regular. This is better. This Bufferin is regular, but for headaches, Anacin is better. What makes Anacin better? It's simple. Regular Bayer and Bufferin have one ingredient for pain, but Anacin has two ingredients, an effective pain medicine plus a second ingredient that makes Anacin work better. For headache relief, get Anacin. Get better.
Hey, New York, Payless Shoe Source, Hot 97, and Channel 9 invite you to register for a chance to win a trip for four to Universal Studios Hollywood. Home to E.T., Earthquake, King Kong, and this June, experience 10,000 degrees of live excitement with Backdraft. You'll fly America West Airlines. The more you fly, the more we make sense. And stay at the fabulous Sheraton Universal Hotel. So hurry to your nearest Payless and pick up a registration card now for a chance to win a trip for four to Universal Studios Hollywood. From Payless Shoe Source, Hot 97, and Channel 9.
It's Toyota's Automotive Achievement Awards celebration, saluting the greats of '92. For best resale value in its class, Toyota Truck. Named best resale value, the '92 Toyota Truck has won praise from the press and audiences everywhere. And to thank the people who made the award possible, you can drive home the new Toyota 4x2 for under $8,000. And this month only, no payments for 90 days. See all the winners at your Toyota dealer today.
Becoming a skilled reader takes time and practice, yet our young people spend very little time reading in school or during leisure hours. They don't consider reading cool in contrast to athletics and other pursuits. It's important that schools and parents do a much better job of instilling in our kids a love of reading. Making America into a nation of readers is an urgent task, and one that is vital to the preservation of democracy.
Well, welcome back. I'm here with Harvey Fierstein and Ruth Warrick. And during that break, the cameramen were dancing, the audience was dancing, everyone was dancing.
You got a dancing audience.
Dancing audience. These
Here.
guys are having a good time tonight.
Them ladies.
Yes.
I promised Phoebe Tyler, of all my children, that I would say something tonight.
Okay.
You know, Phoebe has an environmental club and action in Pine Valley.
Yes.
And there's something coming up very important. Now, forgive me, but this is
No, go ahead.
important. There is a global meeting in Rio de Janeiro in June where all the nations of the earth are coming together to do something about our ozone layer, I mean, this is serious, people. We're talking life and death
Yes,
here.
we are.
And sorry to say, the only nation that isn't on board is the United States. And I think
that be?
Well, we have a president
Look
that
who
doesn't
we have in
approve
the White
of it.
House.
He doesn't approve of it.
They didn't have this thing.
And I think we should all write him and say, look here, Mr. Bush, Mr. Hollow Man, get on board. We're going to cause the death of hundreds of thousands of people if we don't cooperate. Because what will it do if the rest of the world gets together? We're the worst polluters anyhow, certainly in the CO2. Please, Phoebe begs you, I beg you, write to the president and say, sir, you have no right to misrepresent us like this. We want to cooperate with the world, and it does pay.
As long as you're writing him.
Yes.
As long as you got him on the phone.
Yeah, what would you like, Harvey?
Could you tell him after 11 years and 150,000 people died of AIDS, could he do something already?
He doesn't.
Well, the red ribbon. That's why everyone in show business wears the red ribbon.
Yes.
In my opinion, I'm afraid that he's outlasted his time. He's a dinosaur, so go lie down somewhere.
Woo. Well, it's interesting. I guess I'll assume that the half of the audience that didn't applaud doesn't agree, but there's a lot of
just tired from dancing.
Well, but
they were tired from dancing. Okay.
Phoebe always speaks her mind, and
I think so does
This is a
Ruth.
democracy. This is a democracy. I didn't say. He's had a nice life. He's had many honors.
Time to move on.
Let him move on and get our change underway, because whether he likes it or not, that's what's going to happen.
Okay. All right.
I support you.
I know.
And listen, if I get run over tonight on the way home, you all know why. And I'm not going to slip my things in a bathtub.
When you get home, you'll be audited. That's how they work.
Oh, that's
Every time I make a speech in Washington, I get home and there's an audit letter.
Oh, my.
That's how they work it.
Well, I have nothing to hide. Let them audit.
Well, I think it's great that those of you who have a forum get a chance to speak out and say what you want.
Listen, I respect his right to do what he has done, but move on.
Okay. We have to take a break. We were going to talk about something else entirely, but we're going to take a break, and then we'll be right back.
Hello.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Hello.
Is
Can
this
I help you?
Bernie's bar mitzvah?
Well, I'm sorry, you're a little late. We had the bar mitzvah. It's over. And
No, it can't be over. I hadn't played my fiddle yet.
Well, what's your name, sir? I'm sorry.
Yogi. I'm Yogi Baird.
Yogi Baird.
Nice fiddler.
Would you like to hear Yogi play his fiddle? Okay, they want to hear you. I'll tell you what. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back, and Yogi will play his fiddle, and that's where we'll go home. Stay there. Okay, I'm sorry you were so late, man.
This is Channel 9 News at this hour.
I'm Roland Smith. Tonight at 10, a special I-Team report that tells us about a major corruption scandal, plus the hotel queen behind bars and madness for the tax midnight deadline. And you can cross-examine the man behind the controversial new test for firefighters tonight at 10.
This Channel 9 News update is brought to you by Modell's Sporting Goods.
I'm here to talk about Modell's Sporting Goods gargantuan sneaker sale. Tons of brands, gobs of styles, thousands of pairs of sneakers. I'm talking men's, women's, kids, high tops, low tops, tennis, running, any kind of sneaker you want sale.
Like these top brand athletic shoes, just $39.99 a pair.
Late end to end, the sneakers at this sale would stretch from here to Imelda Marco's closet, where they'd keep the shoe queen happy for a year. This is some kind of sale. Modell's Sporting Goods, top brand names, low prices.
Where do you find all this? If you said the Bahamas, you're not only right, you're close. The Bahamas, the country Columbus first set foot on. Call your travel agent or American Airlines at 1-800-321-2121.
If you think it's time for a new car, you might consider this just in. Buick has just announced a special leasing program on the Park Avenue. And right now you can drive this luxury sedan, Buick's Best, for just $399 per month. That price is for just 36 months and represents a significant reduction from the normal monthly payment. The special program is for a limited time, and with payments of just $399 on Park Avenue, now there's even another great reason to compare the quality of a Buick today.
Every Kraft single is made from 5 ounces of milk. How did they do that?
You take a slice and you fold it like this. You pour in the milk, and then, ta-da!
Milk makes every single Kraft single taste better.
Easter is almost here, and Burlington Coat Factory has these good-looking boys' suits and raincoats. They're priced at only $39.75 each. So what are you waiting for?
thank all my guests tonight. In addition to being here, Harvey, I want to thank you for going along with our bar mitzvah and being so gracious. And Ruth, I want to thank you for the same thing. Very nice of you both. It was fun. First of all, Harvey Fierstein can be seen April 23rd on Cheers. It's going to be a very funny episode. And the lovely Ruth Warrick, who regularly manipulates the lives of the citizens of Pine Valley on All My Children on ABC. Thank you so much, Ruth. And, of course, Gene Smart, starring in the new hit play End of the Day at Playwrights Horizons here in New York, and the cast of Bernie's Bar Mitzvah come and join the fun every night at the 24 Karat Club in New York. And Yogi, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, he missed the Bar Mitzvah, but by way of saying goodnight, we have a treat for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mazel Tov. Good night, Yogi Bears.